Welcome to Clear Picture Financial with Jason Noble. I'm Jackie Selby, your consumer advocate. And Jason Noble is the man to answer all the questions to do with your retirement. Jason Noble of Prime Capital Investment Advisors right here in Charleston. And Jason actually covers a wide swath of the United States of America, talking to people because your clients in Charleston, they age and then they have children who are interested in working with you, et cetera. Am I right?
Yeah, we looked at this not too long ago. I think it's coming close to 28% of our clients are multi-generational, which is so cool.
I love it.
We work with 3 generations in a handful of our relationships, and think about that level of trust that entire family bestows upon us. It goes to show one of our busiest times of the year is right after Thanksgiving and Christmas, because they all get together and they talk and they're like, oh, Jason told me that I should be looking at this. I'll go, oh, he didn't tell me that. Then they call me.
He didn't tell me.
So we get those conversations going, and then it's one of my biggest joys is working with multi generations, and I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about what we have going on here. A C+ is what we got rated as a country. This is concerning.
Yes, when your kids come home with a C+ on their report card, how do you feel about that?
I do ask a couple questions like what happened, could you imagine? Because I don't want to solve the problem. I want to see what caused it. But not good, right, Jack? Okay, I will say this: if they did their best effort, that's one thing. But a C+ by the United States on something so important like this, yeah, we gotta put some work into this and have a good conversation, Jackie.
Sounds good. Now, this is the 2023 Mercer CFA Institute Global Pension Index. I don't think I've ever said all those words together in one sentence before, Jason. They recently rated retirement income systems across the globe, and their weighted average is based on adequacy, sustainability, and integrity of the retirement systems within that country. And we have earned a C+. Now, that is 63 out of 100 possible. Now, we do not like this because you are very good at earning, because we didn't talk about your wonderful designation that you got from Advisor Hub, right? And your 2023 top 5 advisors to watch out of 100 advisors. So you like to be in the very top. You don't want to be in the C+ at all when it comes to these things. But the U.S. really does need to make some improvements. This is not so hot. So let's talk about that. What are some of the factors that lead to this average rating, do you feel like? Failing to plan? What else?
Well, I failing to plan, Jackie, was atop of the list. And the index takes retirement systems from across the world using the weighted average of the adequacy, sustainability, and integrity of those systems, and that you mentioned in the beginning. And there was proposed solutions to improving the rating that included raising the minimum pension for low-income pensioners, which was something that was proposed, improving the benefits for all plan members, even limiting access to funds before retirement, and introducing a requirement that part of the retirement benefit be taken as income. Factors like rampant inflation and higher interest rates are just eroding these workers' opportunities to save for their twilight years, sparking fears of a nationwide retirement crisis.
What do you think about that, Jason? How does that make you feel if it were put into place that you couldn't draw from these things until retirement age? Because that is one of the items in other countries. You put the money in there, but you really can't have it. In this country, we can have it if we get taxed, right?
Well, you can't touch it before.
I know you don't recommend it.
Like loans. No, yeah. I don't because of just opportunity cost is what it's referred to it as, is by taking that money out. And even if you do a 401k loan, you put that money back, the impact of that is significant over time. So I think it would put Americans in a situation where they know they can't touch that money, so they're going to have to be better stewards of their cash flow by money in, money out, and what are we doing with the difference? And we have cash management accounts and portfolio payday as solutions to address this problem that is happening. Where, if I have a client that has an emergency that comes up, by the way, that happens. That's just living life now. That's called hashtag adulting, right? Yeah. But because we prepared for that unforeseen emergency, we had that money set aside and we're able to use those funds. I've never in my 20 years given guidance to have someone take a 401k loan, because part of my services and a backbone of the services is focusing on cash flow. What are you earning? What are you spending? What are we going to do with the difference? And if that difference means that we don't invest it, we build up that emergency fund, then that is my advice and guidance.
I like that very much, because this, I had never heard of the Aon Consulting Group until I started researching them for this particular piece. But they found out that Americans aged 55 to 64, so in the financial red zone, they have a median before tax income of $82,000. That's both incomes within the household, okay, annually, and about $185,000 saved for retirement. Now, how do you think that puts folks? Where is that good?
No, that's not good. Not at all. And the Aon Consulting Group even estimated that folks nearing retirement need 8 times their annual income in order to maintain that standard of living in and throughout retirement. Okay. They found that figure jumped to over 11 times their annual income for folks that hit 67. So in summation, this research found that the median American household needs about at least $470,000 more in their retirement accounts, illustrating that Americans' retirement savings are falling short by nearly $500,000. Now, the thing is, they're using a lot of this just medians and averages, right, to come up with these things. This is where sitting down with a qualified professional where they're having a one-on-one conversation with you is going to help you understand and determine that your race to retirement is truly a unique race, that is only your race to run. It's not the Joneses across the street. It's your race. If you're watching or listening, I hope you're hearing what I'm saying here. I have clients who have like $500,000 and they're able to retire comfortably and do all the things they want to do. And I have other clients that have $5 million and they have to extend their working years because they will not be able to retire and maintain the quality of life that they want to live. What I mean is not about how much you have in your bank, how much do you have in your investments. It's about the quality of life that you have and you want to live. And that's beyond just the balance sheets. I mean, as a financial advisor and planner, I'm not just doing balance sheet management. I'm looking at all the different aspects in the financial plan to better serve my clients, looking at all the things that are in their goals and their aspirations. So when I'm seeing this and I'm having this conversation with you, Jackie, I find it to be fascinating, right? All this data that we're getting. Right. But if you're listening, how do you take this information and apply it to yourself? You could Google and you could do all Ask Jeeves or however, you could go to the internet, right? You know, I go back to Ask Jeeves because I liked it when it first came out. But
it's funny now.
What I'm good at here is, what is your personal retirement plan looking like? And do you fall into the averages or the medians? Or do you break the mold and have your own plan specific to your own goals? That's what I do for my clients. And I think that would be my suggestion to everyone that's listening or watching right now, is come up with your own plan.
Right. Because you don't have to be a $8 million millionaire to have a comfortable retirement, as you mentioned. I think you said this to me once. I have my little notebook of Jason's sayings over here. And it's not just what you make, but what you keep.
Yes.
So
right.
You're prepared to talk to people about strategies in ways to keep that money, regardless of what that money is.
Yeah, everyone has their own unique money in. Everybody has their own unique money out. Mm-hmm. What we do with the difference is going to be geared towards how much do you have in debt? What kind of debt do you have? What's the interest rate on that debt? What's the term on that debt? To do you have any children or not? I mean, children are expensive and things always come up with children. So that means we would have to go to a higher emergency savings amount.
Right.
Right. So then we always focus on emergency savings. And then after that, how do we then prepare for long-term investing and to pay yourself later on in your life? I mean, these are all things that come into it.
Sure.
You know, but getting that C plus, going back to that original segment that we talked about, that's a reflection of the businesses, by the way. That's a reflection of how these pensions are performing. I mean, we have pensions here in just the low country, Jackie,
Right.
that there was MAPS 21 accounting, and that they use the new accounting standard, it shows that they have a surplus in their pension. However, if they use the old accounting practices before 2021, it shows that they have a deficit over $1.8 billion.
In the pension fund?
In the pensions. Exactly right. So this is where I get into, it's like every single person I meet with that has a pension, that has a 401k, has a 403b, we're looking at their accounts specifically to make sure that we're giving them guidance that's customized to their unique situation.